With 1.4 billion users every month, how do you stand out on TikTok and become successful? I'm going to show you, and it's not as hard as you think. My name's Alisia Krastel, and if you're excited to grow your real estate business around your own strengths and priorities, make more money, and have an amazing life, make sure you hit the subscribe button, and we're going to get started. By the end of this video, you're going to have a game plan on exactly what to do on TikTok to be successful. Everything from what videos to make, how to get eyeballs on it, and how to form the relationships on such a huge platform and actually get clients from it. I know these strategies work because not only have I seen other of my creator friends grow and do the same thing, I have personally closed transactions from TikTok, gotten coaching clients, and I'm having an event with a creator that I met through TikTok. The very first thing you need to know about TikTok is it is a way smaller community than we think it is. Yeah, 1.4 billion users, yet TikTok is the king of helping you be in front of the crew that you're supposed to and for them to get in front of you. Their algorithm helps put you in front of local people with similar interests, and then once you start interacting with videos and commenting and sharing, they really dial in and your community will be way smaller than you think it is. You just have to be a little patient though, because it might take a few months for TikTok to learn who you are. Just like in dating or making friends, like sometimes it takes a little while to figure out exactly what your interests are, who you are, what your values are. And then TikTok, once it has that locked in, it will keep feeding you people of similar ilk. And it'll keep putting you in front of those people. The second part of this is whether you're making content already for TikTok or you are brand new, is you want to go in with a focus to share, connect, comment on local creators and local places. So you may want to stitch or duet, which basically means you're using their content, sharing it, and then adding your take. Comment on their things so TikTok does its magic connecting the two of you, and or shouting them out. And I'm going to give you a really easy example of how to do this. So you can make a video that's simply just saying, these are my 3 to 5 favorite creators that are in Baltimore, Maryland. That's my area. You just screenshot their profile and you say that in the beginning and then put their screenshots up and say, this is who this creator is, you should go check them out. If you don't know the creators that are local just yet, focus on places, restaurants, things in your community that you can share, and do them in that same format with pictures instead of screenshots. So a picture of a restaurant, a picture of a park. These are my 3 favorite things. Or if you're in Baltimore, you have to check these 3 out. Once you do that, then you can have that same format and break it down into very specifics. Like, hey, if you're in Baltimore, check out these 3 snowball stands. Hey, if you come to Baltimore, make sure you have to go to these 3 parks. And you can do that same format like once a week over and over again. This is such an important step because the people you highlight and the things you highlight, you're going to have crossover on the audience. So if you're sharing something, their audience is going to now be exposed to you, and your audience is now going to be exposed to them. It also builds the relationship between you and those local people, places, businesses. And the bonus is it gives you legitimacy when someone comes to your page. You've done all this local stuff. Man, you really must know Baltimore, Maryland, because you're telling me all the things I should know about it. So you must know it, and you would be a great help to me. A huge tip is to use hashtags that are super local and small. So if you can find something that is a restaurant, if they have their own hashtag, or an area, a zip code, a city, use that hashtag over like your entire state or something that has 1 billion views. When you go in to label your hashtags, you'll see how many views it's getting. If it's 1 billion, 4 million, don't do that. Try to get under 1 million. And if you could get like a couple 100,000 or under a couple 100,000, that would be good. 3 might be a hang up for you. If you're worried at all about what you look like, what you sound like, I can reassure you that TikTok and the users there are the platform that wants to see your authenticity most. And that's including any mistakes you do, including all your quirks and you being goofy. Whatever you are, that's what they're looking for. I actually think that it is a detriment to you to be overproduced and perfect, because people are going to TikTok. Like, I'm going to TikTok. I'm searching for people before I would ever go to Zillow or anywhere to look up a business, because I want to know what the person is made of and who they are. And you can tell a lot through video and what their personality is, if they have integrity, all the things about a human through the videos on TikTok. The last thing you want to do is look like an ad or something so thought out that you don't look genuine. So what you don't need is you don't need the fancy captions. You don't need to be highly overproduced. And you most certainly do not need to be perfect. What you are going to need is a cell phone to hit record. I'd say AirPods or some sort of mic so you have good audio, and a plan, which I'm helping you with right now. If you need help from scratch making your very first TikTok, make sure you check out this video. It's a step-by-step on exactly how to make your TikTok, add audio, all the things. You'll see examples of what we've already talked about on my TikTok. My username is Real Mother Hustler. If you put yours below, I will follow you, and you will see examples of the ones we've already talked about and the ones we're getting ready to talk about now. 4 is to make sure you're posting and doing videos about hyper-local real estate specific stuff. And that looks like touring a house and saying, this is what you can get in Baltimore for $5.99. Or this is what you can get for $6.50 in this neighborhood and $4.50 in that one. Simple video of the house, short and sweet, under 30 seconds. You can tour or highlight new construction homes or the communities themselves. And you can do quick videos about the different subdivisions, neighborhoods, communities in your area and what makes them different or what price points are different there. The 5th part is posting about the actual real estate process. These will be like your evidence of success that you know what you're talking about in real estate. The hyperlocal ones from before also are evidence of success, but this goes deeper. And if you struggle with this at all of what to post that shows you know what you're doing in real estate, I would take your last 3 transactions and look back and say, how did I help them solve problems? What did we overcome? Like, what did they get out of this that they loved that I did for them? There's your content right there. If you had a low appraisal and you negotiated that and got them a win, you want to put that on TikTok. You don't use names, you just share the process. And instead of trying to come up with them in your head, like what potential scenarios could be, the easiest way is to look back at your transactions. And if you have not had transactions yet, that is perfectly fine because you can also do continuing ed classes or any kind of educational classes that you're taking. Find a snippet that people would care about or the most interesting thing, and you make the video about that. For example, if you're going to a solar continuing ed class, you might say, here are the 3 things you need to know about solar. And there's your video. And of course, when you're doing actual real estate activities, let's say you're at an inspection or you're showing a home, that is a perfect time to show behind the scenes. If you are pumped up for that content, you're like, okay, now I just want to focus on getting sellers specifically, I'm going to link this video that talks all about the post that attracts sellers. Make sure you hit the subscribe button so we can visit again next week and you can learn all the strategies to have a killer real estate business.